Hello and welcome to a Porter Properties production. Thank you for taking the time to watch this short video concerning our latest project. This video is for two purposes. One, to get your feedback on how we produce this video and how we should go forward when we're working on bigger projects, which we anticipate purchasing bigger projects in the near future. And two, looking for a private money lender to partner with us on this deal as I'll unfold the numbers here shortly. So this is a 30-unit apartment complex we found on Facebook, 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 700 square foot. Purchase price is an outstanding $315,000. That's $10,500 per door. It's going to require some severe rehab done on the building, which we'll get into the numbers in a minute. We are putting up $215,000. And we're looking for a private money loan of $100,000 at 10% interest to be paid back over 12 months. I'll go into the details on the final slide, but we plan to pay this back in probably 60 to 90 days because we have bank financing lined up, but they just didn't have the time in our 30-day close window, which we're scheduled to close between now and February 8th, 2021. So we did not have long enough for the bank to do their due diligence. But they have two banks that are working on it. Again, I'll get into that in a little while. So let's talk about who Porter Properties is. Some of you guys have watched me grow. We now have 17 doors or 17 different rental apartments or houses that are for rent. We're fully occupied. When we purchase this 30-unit, we'll go to 47. So you see in 2016, we had 1 unit, went to 4, 8, 12, 17 presently, and we'll go to 47 when we complete this deal. That includes 5 single-family houses, 3 fourplexes, and the 30-unit complex. This growth has allowed us to put systems in place, learn how to screen tenants, learn eviction laws, put in methods to collect our rents, put in methods to repair the units when they need to be repaired. We've perfected this system in a little town called Laplace, Louisiana. I'll talk about that. Here's a picture of some of our units. The house on the lower left is actually the first one we purchased with that beautiful roof. Made tons of mistakes on that one, and we continue to learn. And then there's another single family. Top middle is the last complex that we did at 516 Revere. I'll show you a short video on that in a little bit. So those are 3 fourplexes and some of the individual houses that we own. This is our gross annual rental income and how it's grown over the last 5 years, and our projected amount of over $225,000 for 2021. That includes the project that I'm talking about today. So our business model, we are a buy and hold company and basically a value add company. What does that mean? Buy and hold means that we don't flip. We buy them, rehab them with the intention on renting them and holding them in our portfolio long term. Value add means we look for the most damaged property we can find on a decent block, and we go in, bid on it, buy it, rehab it, and then we go from having the worst property on the block to the best property on the block with the fresh renovations, and then we're able to get great rents, great tenants. Basically, we turn in trash into cash. You could probably use as our logo a dumpster, because everything we buy, we have to totally gut it, rehab it, and then it looks fantastic. So our business model, one of our tenant business models is that we have the best product at the best price, meaning for what you can rent in our space, $600,000, $700,000, whatever the rent price is, we're going to have the best product in the neighborhood for that price. This is some of the pictures of our before and after of the 516. You can see the beautiful tile. You can see the upgrades and countertops. We put granite countertops in this. And here is the bank numbers on the project at 633 Guidici Street. Sales price is $315,000. Our project rehab repair cost estimates is $416,000 for a total of $731,000. We're going to put down 25%, which is generally industry average, with the 2 banks we're working with, and we're looking for a loan of $548,500. The phases we're going to go through, we're going to first remove all the trash, as I talked about before, and make the building aesthetically beautiful just by putting doors and making it look like it's not an abandoned building. There's presently 11 tenants in it, paying $5,000 total per month. Rents are between $400 and $500 a month. Phase 2, we're going to repair the easily fixed 13 units. That $10,000 a unit, that's our standard cost for total rehab of a unit. And then that should get us to 24 rentable units. Then we're going to come back and repair the 11 that are presently occupied. We're budgeting $55,000 for that. And then we're going to rehab the major damaged ones. There's 3 that have fire damage in the roof, and we're estimating $20,000 a unit on those 6. That will be the final phase. We'll go into the final phase, which will be fix the roof and the window, all the window units. This place uses window units for air conditioning, and that will be $29,400 we'll use for that cost. And when you get into deals like this, there are always problems that you find that you didn't know about. So we've allowed a 10% contingency, which is $41,600, which brings the total to $416,000 for a project repair. At that point, we would have 30 rentable units. Our projections that we're going to use in a soon slide is going to be based on only 80% occupancy. But once we finish this, we should have 30 rentable units. Short video on the 516. So when we put it for rent, this is the type of video that our prospective tenants get to see. Again, the only thing that was in this that was usable was the floor that you see, the tile floor. Everything else is new. We painted sheetrock, countertops, cabinets, new flooring, put this beautiful wood floor for the steps to give the people a little bit of accent to say, hey, you live in a nice place. We were able to attract very good tenants. And at that point, we can obtain our rents without having too much problems. And we get tenants that tend to stay. So everything you basically see in here, we did from the ground up. This place was abandoned for 10 years, flooded, and we're not slumlords. So we try to have, again, the best product at the best price. So you see the beautiful wood floors. We didn't use carpet. Carpet is short-term. When you don't have money, these projects we budget to where we have money and we can fix them up nice and they're for long-term rentals. We're very proud of this property. This property is completely rented in less than 2 weeks. So let's go over worst case and best case scenario on this project. Part of our due diligence when we look at the city or an area is what the rental comps are in the area for 2-bedroom, 1-bath. So if you look in Jackson, Mississippi now, the average is probably about $700 to $750 a month for any 2-bedroom, 1-bath. So we did our worst case, medium case, and best case scenario to show what this project could possibly do. So at 25 units rented at $500 a month, and I'll go through how multi-unit properties are evaluated in this slide. That would be $12,500. So 500 times 25 is $12,500 in rental income. The expenses are calculated off of everything except for the mortgage. So it's got management fees, it has water bill, it has taxes, it has insurance, it has maintenance, it has vacancy, it has CapEx, which is saving for large capital expenditures like the roof, like air conditioners, like plumbing systems, like the parking lot. You save a bit aside for that every month planning so that it doesn't wipe out your profits in the future. When we added all that up on this one, it's approximately $6,000 a month, maybe a little less. We use $6,000 a year for our insurance. It came in at $5,300. So we're always going to budget high and not fool ourselves. The net operating income is a very important number when you talk about multifamily. That is the rental incomes less the expenses before you pay the mortgage. In this case scenario at $500 a month, it's $6,500 a month. You times that times 12, that gives you an annual NOI of $78,000. The cap rate in Jackson, Mississippi, which is a multiple that realtors, brokers, and banks use to decide the value, You look at all the properties for sale in Jackson, it's between 8 and 9%. We use 8 in this example. That would give us an after repair value or ARV of $975,000. Again, we have $731,000, and you can start to see why we're so excited. They are getting $500 a month now for this property in the condition that it's in, with needing a ton of deferred maintenance repairs done. Medium scenario, which we very much think is attainable, this would be $100 to $150 less than most two-bedroom, is $600 per month. Again, times that times 25 units rented, that's $15,000. Expenses are the same, basically. There's insurance doesn't go up because you have more tenants. Maintenance doesn't go up because you have more tenants. We've already budgeted for 25. So $6,000 from that leaves $9,000 a month in monthly income. Times that by 12, and that gives us $108,000 of NOI at a cap rate of 8. That gives us an ARV of $1,350,000. Best case scenario, we really get this rented up nicely. We fix it up nice. Over time, we're able to raise rents to $700. Times 12 is $17,500 minus the $6,000. NOI is $11,500 times that times 12. That's NOI of $138,000. Again, at an 8 cap rate, that would value this property to the banks. And if you were selling it for $1,725,000, you can see why we're so excited. This property is so undervalued for someone who'll go in like us and do the hard rehab on the building. Here's the pluses of the property. It's located in the state capital of Mississippi, which is Jackson. Where we perfected this business model is in Laplace, Louisiana, as I said before. That has 30,000 people in it, much fewer people to get from that population to get the tenants from. This has 5 times larger, 168,000. This property is located right in the center of 3 different major highways, Highway 20, Highway 55, and Highway 80, so people can get back and forth easily from their jobs or whatnot. It's right next door to a park, actually like 10 feet. We're going to build a little pathway to go so people can walk from our building to the park next door. It's in a quiet neighborhood at a dead-end street. It's located next to 2 major businesses. One's an electric company called Mississippi Valley Electric, and another is a senior living facility. That's 1 mile from Jackson State University. A couple other pluses: their unemployment rate has gone down from 9.4, which was a high in June of 2020 with COVID, and it's now 5.4 when I looked the other day. Their average medium age in Jackson, Mississippi is a 32-year-old, which means it's a young demographic. And it only has 50% home ownership, which is low for the nation. Average is 63. This is 50%, so a lot of people are living in apartments in this city. Our team is very important. You can't really do a project like this without a team. So I will be moving to Jackson temporarily until this project is complete. My project manager, who's been with me since day 1, is Angel Garcia. He will be overseeing all our work. We have same mindset as far as what we're doing. This isn't personal property. We don't do our personal likes and dislikes. We put what the tenants will like and dislike, and we try to avoid the things that would cause tenants problems or cause them not to rent. Marlon Portillo is electrician. He's done work for us. We've never had a call back when he's done something for us. Javier Ortiz is AC and heating guy. He will be overseeing that. We've contacted our insurance agent there, who gave us that quote of the $5,300, Miss Williams Shivers. And Liberty Bank, we have two banks working on the project. Liberty Bank, our contact is Ralph Brown, and Bancorp South Bank is Sabrina Mitchell. We've had long conversations with both of these who are interested in doing this project. So in summary, again, I want to thank everyone for taking the time to look at this video. Please give us our feedback. Did we do too long, too short, not enough information? Did I stutter too much? Whatever the case may be. I'm not a professional presenter, but I love real estate. We're going to do this full time. We're going to make sure this project is fantastic. We are seeking $100,000. Naturally, the terms are negotiable. These are kind of the outlines of the terms that I'd like to do. 2% acquisition fee. So we pay up front $2,000 at a 10% rate for 1 year. So there's $10,000 interest that'll be paid. The lender would be in the first lien position, so the property could not be sold. Worst case scenario, I don't perform, you get this property for $100,000. Thank you again for your time. Please send comments, and for more information, contact me. There's my contact information. I really appreciate anyone who took the time to look at this, and I look forward to talking to you on this deal and further deals. Thank you. If it doesn't work, I'll just sell one of my kidneys.